This is going to be an unboxing and a very limited review of the Fitbit Blaze. Now there are a billion videos online about how these things work, how great they are, how bad they are for all of the fitness trackers. First off, let me say I'm a Let me say that I am a first-time purchaser of a fitness watch, and the only reason I'm going to get it is because I want to have some idea of what my heart rate is. I'm not a fanatic like a lot of the people out there trying to get this thing out of the box, having a heck of a time. I'm not one of those nuts out there that has to bring my heart rate to a certain zone all the time and tracks everything and lives by my cell phone and collecting data. So that's not why I bought it. I bought it mainly to have an idea of where my heart rate is, and I don't even know how much I'm going to track, but I wanted to have some knowledge of where I'm at. So let me unbox this guy. Unbelievable. All this scotch tape and everything's holding everything down. So, I don't really care about oxygen levels or heart rate recovery. I just am buying this mostly for a pulse reader to have some idea what my heart rate is and to help me work out in a certain zone. What do we have in here? There's so much stuff. What is in this guy? All this fancy packaging. This is why this thing cost a few $1,000s. So I've got some instructions maybe a manual, and a nice little fancy thing over there. We've got, so what I'll be doing, God, look at this. You know, it's a workout. It's a damn workout. My heart rate is going to go to 3,000 trying to get this thing out of the box. Be careful with your knife. I don't want to cut off my finger, that's for sure. Look at this. I mean, is this really necessary to go through all of this just to put a watch in here? All this fancy boxing? Yikes! All of this for a charger. Now, that's one of the things that I've heard that people are really pissed off about, is that you have to take the watch out of the watch band to be able to charge it. What's in there? Oh, yeah, that's the packaging. About $30 worth of cardboard here. So I got my instructions. What's in here? This must be the extra blue band they were talking about. I don't know. Okay, so this has got to be the charger. It's on a USB thing. That doesn't look really solid. And then we've got a watch. Am I going to be able to pull the watch out without struggling? There's the watch, nicely protected in this beautiful $60 plastic box. Do you know how much money went into this? Oh, boy. So this is the watch, and it's going to take me a week to get this unboxed. I've got something's coming on already. Oh, boy, am I working out? Am I getting a workout? I can't even pull this. Okay, so it says Fitbit setup. There's a setup over here. This is beautiful. Just bumped my watch when slamming on the table. Did I break it already? Oh no, it's back on again. So it tells me in this big booklet with a billion languages that I've safety concerns. Maybe 2 pages in English and the rest is in languages from all over the world. Languages that Donald Trump doesn't approve of. And I don't need the watch band, so we can get rid of that right now. And they give me this beautiful card over here that says, go to fitbit.com/setup to set it up. And somehow this watch comes out of here, out of this band. It pops out of this band somehow so that you can put it in here and charge it up. Let me go to the website and see what it wants. It's probably going to have me set up an account. I'll let you know. Put the watch on the floor so it's a little bit dark. Setup is very easy. You just have to put in a username and a password. You have a choice of doing this on Android, iPhone, or Windows. I chose to do it on my Android, and as I said, the setup was easy. It just wants your, great, we just darken the screen. It wants your name, your birthday. Okay, we're almost done. Or did I screw that up? I think I messed that up. Update the blaze. So it wants your name and birthday and height and weight, and then it wants access to Bluetooth, and then it wants access to location on the phone, which really makes sense if the goal is to GPS, which the blaze is. And after that, it verifies your email address, and then it wants to do an update of the software. Battery on my phone was at 30%, which it said was too low, so I had to plug everything in. That's why I'm down on the ground right now. And I'm just waiting for the phone to get the update. It did want a pair. It asked me to put the phone next to the watch and gave me a code to pair the two together. So the whole process is, so far, maybe 10-15 minutes, and I haven't even used it yet. But I'm happy. The sign-up was very easy to do. The software update is taking forever. It might go faster, maybe, if you did it with Windows, and I guess you would have to disconnect the watch. I don't know how that would work. You'd probably have to pull the watch out of the band and then connect it to the USB charger, and it might transfer all the data that way, which I think would be even quicker, but that's a lot of trouble to go through in the beginning. I would say at least 5 minutes right now, and still updating. All I want to do is put this watch on, see a heart rate, and then figure out what the buttons are, and that will be good enough for me. Again, I'm not a hardcore user of these things. I'll learn over time. But the main goal is just to have an accurate reading of my heart rate, my pulse, for my basic workouts. If you are much more advanced, you've probably shut this recording off already and you've gone on to another review that is better, which is okay. I can deal with that. Still doing the Bluetooth update, about 25 minutes in already. This thing might be going back to Costco tomorrow. This seems to be a very common problem that I found on the internet for doing the updates, that it just freezes. And I mean, the other Fitbits, they've got problems with the bands or with not working, or they break after a couple months. So I'm going to press the buttons now and see if I get anything at all. I was told that if you don't see the bar going across showing that it's updating, then it's not updating. Other people have said it takes 4 to 5 hours. Other people said it takes 10 minutes. This is ridiculous. There's absolutely no excuse for a setup problem like this, especially when this product is being sold by the millions. So I don't think it's updating. What I was told is that if you disconnect and you reconnect, it will take off from where it left off, but there's nothing at all that shows that it's updating. Some people have said restart your computer, restart your cell phone, shut off the Wi-Fi. What else did they say? Be patient and wait 4 or 5 hours. But the main comment was, if you don't see the bar scrolling across that it's updating, that it's not updating. Other people have said it's the server. You could have to wait hours and hours. Other people have said you've got to charge the watch up first before it's going to take a charge and do the updates. So right now I'm about an hour into this thing, and like all the other people online with their comments, I'm pissed off, and I'll give it a little bit longer, try to get the update. If I can't get the update, I'll just take it back to the big C and do a return and do without having this nice little $200 fancy watch. I have the watch out of the band. I've got it plugged into the USB port on a PC, and absolutely nothing. So what I'm going to do now is shut off my cell phone, restart it, and see if it does the update, if I get anything from it. I just got a message on my PC. It's installing a device driver, USB input device, successful. Device installed successfully, so I don't know what that means. I'm still at the setup screen. I don't know how long it takes to charge. I think it said 1 to 2 hours, but I should have an update message over there. I see nothing. It's not updating through the computer right now. I install the software on the PC. I go to do a detect, and it says plug in a dongle. So you've got to buy a dongle to be able to do an update through the PC. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I can't even get this thing to work after 1 hour. A simple watch. I can't even get an update. Very close to boxing it back up and returning it. I am a little over an hour into this. There is no way to sync this up unless you buy a wireless dongle, which is more money, and I'm not going to do that. And I know it's not charging, so I'm going to reboot my phone and see what happens. Waiting for my phone to reboot. I've got the Fitbit in the charger. There are no lights on here. I have no idea if this is charging. I don't know if it's connected. I don't know if it's doing anything. Just like I don't know if the update is working. I don't know because they won't tell me, damn it. I rebooted the phone, and the update disappeared. I don't see a message on here on how to find out if there is an update. It just gives me the version number. So I'm at a bit of a loss right now of what I need to do. I've done my setup. I put in my goals, my height, weight, how many days I want to work out, but I see absolutely nothing related to an update. So I'm going to put on the watch and see if I'm still stuck at setup. Still stuck at setup. Unbelievable. All right, very close to boxing it back up. I got a screen that said I could try the new app display, the new look, and I said yes, and then it said there was an update. So I'm going to click on it and see if it's going to let me do an update. Absolutely ridiculous again after an hour and 10 minutes playing with this. So this is not user-friendly. I know they've sold millions and a lot of people love these things and they've set them up, but there's no excuse to have a problem like this. Hold tight, updating. Okay, so now I've got something. At least I've got a bar. What do I have on the phone? I've got an update bar. So this is some good stuff. Maybe. Maybe their app is just terrible, and so the new app is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm an hour and 20 minutes into this right now, so I will see if this thing moves. If it doesn't do an update, then I'm just going to give up. This appears to be the same thing as this. Neither one of them is moving. It says it should take 10 minutes. Many people have said it takes hours. I think there's progress. That red thing looks bigger than it did before, and this little blue thing looks a little bigger. So maybe I won't be returning it. I will see. I have absolutely no idea why I'm having a syncing problem now. Not a syncing, well, yeah, a syncing feeling, a syncing problem. You can see the update is going on. It's almost finished, so it's still updating. Yet my computer keeps telling me that it's disconnecting and then reinstalling the Fitbit driver. So I'm almost at the end of the install. Incredible. It's only been 25 minutes, almost 2 hours into this process. We'll see what happens. Still doing the syncing. I don't know why. But I'm not going to unplug it from the computer right now, even though it's not getting the update from that. Well, go figure that out. You are set. You were set. Your blaze is up to date. Done. And the watch came on. I don't know if it's charged. They say look at this little battery thing in the corner. And the battery is full, but I don't know if that means it's charged up. So I think everything's working. 1 hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to click done and see what happens. Now it says battery full. About 15 seconds ago, before the camera went on, it said battery medium. It shows the firmware, I believe, is now up to date. So let me take the watch out of this guy and put it into the band, and we'll see if it works. Back of the watch flashing on and off, the little sensors, and all caught up. No notifications, 9:47 p.m. And I'm going to pop this guy on now and see if I get a display for my heartbeat. 96 heartbeat. Wow, maybe because I'm stressed out? I don't know, that's way up there. I don't know what else this watch does. And I moved my arm and it dropped down to 78 and 70, so I just went from the 90, I went down 20. 71. It keeps shutting off. I don't know why. I don't know if I need to elevate or exercise to keep it on. This video is not going to go much longer. Knowledge is really important, and I know we need to go out and seek knowledge. I have no idea how this watch works. I keep pressing buttons, and it shows my heart rate is at about 74, 71, and then the display goes away, and it says no notifications. So I was expecting the watch to show me to stay on, the display to stay on all the time, and I can't even get any settings to figure out what I need to do. So it would be nice not to have to press a button to see what my heart rate is. So I'm on a bicycle right now, and I'm cranking out. I've got 90. It should be going up right now when it's not doing anything. It's a cool watch. I've got absolutely no idea what any of this stuff is. What is that, 1,300 steps I just took riding my bike? It says my heart rate is 90, 84. I don't know. As you can see, everything's back in the box. I wasn't really sure if I wanted a fitness tracker. I put the thing on. It gave me my heart rate, resting heart rate of 60 beats, active of 77. I rode on the bike for a few seconds. My heart rate on the bike showed 103. The watch was bouncing around between 84 and whatever it was. I'm not saying this is a bad product. I just don't want to learn something. I don't want to try to figure out all the different screens and invest more time into more technology just so that I can do some exercise. It would have been really nice just to have a very simple heart rate monitor, and the tracking, yeah, that's a good thing, but again, I don't want to complicate my life any more than it already is, which is very limited now, so I'm returning this thing. You might like it if you're the kind of person who wants to fidget with all this stuff and spend time looking up data to track everything. More power to you, but I don't really want to get into this. So I'm boxing it up and returning it, and that's going to be my review. I don't know if this review is going to help anybody. It's going to save me $190, $200 and some dollars, really, because I'm just not interested in it. I want something that has instructions, that gives me information, and I was able to find some help files, but if I have to start searching to get info and screens are not really easy to figure out, then it's just not worth my time. I don't want to invest more time than is necessary to get basic information and data. So I hope this helps somebody. If you're a hardcore exercise person and this info really means a lot to you, then a watch like this will be beneficial. If you're just an average person who's going to go to the gym and walk on a treadmill or do some weightlifting, then you don't really care if you're in your heart rate zone or how many calories you're burning per day. You'll figure it out by grabbing your belly, and you'll just be able to figure it out. So do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, or if you hate this video, what else can I say? Go to my channel page again, click on the support button, and leave a donation. If I saved you $200, hey, leave me like $200 as a thank you. Happy working out. All right, that's it. I'm going to post this thing. I do hope it helps somebody.